let's talk about vibration. How do we understand this? Well, I've simplified it to think of evolution, and as we evolve, we raise our vibration. The higher our vibration, the higher our evolution. Many of us are like ice cubes, right? That's kind of how we start. It's hard to change. If you want to get us to do anything, you have to put a fire under our butts, right? We have to melt us down a little bit. We come out ice cubes, and we're cold, we're not warm, we are unchanging, non-flexible, like an ice cube. But then as the vibration raises, literally, because all of these are what? All of these are H2O, right? They're all made of the same thing. They're just different levels of vibration. Then we get into water. Now, I think I'm slush, actually, because I have not gotten the going with the flow. You want me to fit in that container. I'm not very good at that. I got my container. I don't change that well, but I'm not as solid as I used to be. So I figure I'm kind of in between. I'm kind of like a slushy. So if you're water, great. If you're water, if you've evolved, if you've raised your vibration, then you've basically evolved to the point where you can go with the flow. Oh, you need me to be in a glass like this? Sure. You want me to be in this? Actually, the water looks kind of gross, but I could fit into that, You go with the flow. Now, I have to say, I think steam, you're talking maybe Casey, maybe Dalai Lama, you're talking higher spiritual beings that are less influenced. You put something into water, you put dye into water, it's going to color the water, right? You put a dye on top of a drop of steam, that steam is not going to change color, right? It's not influenced by its surroundings. Now that is evolution. And that's one of the things that the mystics say. You know that you are well on your way to being spiritually evolved when things in life don't bother you. I am not there. Okay, I don't know about you guys. So, what does all this have to do with anything? It's very important. It has all to do with Casey's view on healing, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But you've been standing next to someone and you've been like, I just don't know why, but I don't like their vibe, Or you've been standing next to someone, like I get next to that lady sitting at the end and I'm just like, oh, I feel so good vibrationally when I'm next to Leela, right? Because her vibration feels really good to me. Somebody else, maybe not so much. So people throw off vibration. Now, do you want to be the cookie or do you want to be the skunk? All right? Because you know that smell of a fresh baked cookie. You can smell that when you walk into the house even before you can see the cookie. That vibration is a nice vibration if you're like the cookie. You've been driving along the highway. You don't have to see that little black and white smush on the side of the road. Way before when that skunk's there. We have a choice. We have a responsibility once we understand these metaphysical principles to be the cookie and not the skunk, right? Because we throw off and we affect other people's vibration. You don't want to be around somebody that's been around a skunk, right? And if you ever, you come home, let's say you've been baking cookies and you go out, somebody will go, you smell good, right? You keep what is around you influences you. Right? So we have, as I said, the responsibility to be the cookie, not the skunk.